Is the Black Lives Matter movement, a hoax, a socialist plot, a reverse racist organization, or is the Black Lives Matter movement a movement founded and whose purpose is to end police brutality? It is beyond hilarious the level of racist hate that certain segments of the conservative and white Southern population will go, the lengths that they will go to smear a movement whose sole purpose is to promote equality in this country. But it's not unprecedented. I mean, this is the same stuff they did against Martin Luther King during the civil rights movement, trying to smear the civil rights movement itself as some kind of attack on Southern values. The game that the neoconservatives and the white supremacists and all these people, the game that they're playing now is to flip everything upside down, to make what is racist be not racist and what isn't racist to be racist, to make people who seek equality to be race baiters and race hustlers and the like. So let's cut to the chase. The Black Lives Matter movement was founded by 3 women, all of whom had sons who had been killed by police brutality. Now, what do we mean by police brutality? We mean tactics done by the police that were excessive, constitutionally violating, and were the roles reversed, were the cop a black cop and the victim a white victim, it would be without a doubt universally panned as abuse, horrible, illegal, immoral, unethical, and so forth. Unfortunately, the skin color seems to have such an impact on how well we perceive objectivity itself. So, no, Black Lives Matter is not a hate group. Black Lives Matter is not a socialist plot. And let's address that socialist accusation. It doesn't matter if the members are socialists. It doesn't matter how many of them are. It doesn't matter if all of them are socialists or if none of them are socialists. You could be a socialist. Does that mean that everything that you touch, everything that you do, everything that you talk about is part of a socialist plot? No. No, it doesn't. The socialist label is a tactic by white supremacist, black-hating, racist people to, in America, we have this tactic of trying to neutralize the effectiveness of an individual or an organization by painting a taboo label. The taboo label here being socialist. And this is for a cynical purpose. The cynical purpose being, well, they call us racist, and that's almost suicidal. It's almost political suicide. Well, we got to find a way to politically hunt them, to politically neutralize them. So we can't call an organization of black people trying to address police brutality racist and that be effective, although some have tried. No, we're going to call them socialists because, socialism is the same as communism. And no one wants to be called a communist because communists are, ungodly, atheistic, evil people. That's the game. So they called Martin Luther King a communist. They're calling the Black Lives Matter communists, and the tactic is to call anyone who seeks to get racial equality in this country communist. And why? Why? Is it because they truly fear a communist takeover of America? No. It's for the same reason that the white woman in New York lost her marbles when a black guy told her that she has to have her dog on a leash. It's the same reason why those two country boys shot and killed that guy after tracking him down. Same reason why um, Zimmerman, who's Jewish and Latino, trying really hard to play for Team White, killed Trayvon Martin. It's this idea that we have our dominion, we have our neighborhood, we have our area. And when too many black people come around, oh gosh, we can't allow that. Police, help us. And the police go, oh, you know what? If they do anything funny, we'll just overcharge them. And if they do anything to resist, we'll beat them to submission. And if they don't submit, we'll kill them. That and that will send a message to the others not to come down here these parts. And then you, Mr. White person who doesn't like black people in your neighborhood, you don't have to worry about it. That's what this is about. And the cynicism has gone way overboard, but it'll never stop because nothing ever stops for a white supremacist. They will destroy this country. They will take everyone down with it if they can. And the notion that we have to accept that is the problem. The idea that we have to accept their terms and their cynicism, and we have to explain ourselves, and we have to reassure them that we're not socialists, or that we're not reverse racists, or that we're not just complaining. And we're always trying to reassure them, and it's for stuff that we have on tape, stuff that were the roles reversed, it would be without a doubt. Some of the worst offenders, some of the worst racists aren't even white. Dinesh D'Souza from India tries his hardest to get white approval. Orly Tates, who's Jewish, who's from Central Europe or Eastern Europe, did all she could to slander Barack Obama. And these are people who are called pseudo-whites. They're not white, but they really want to be accepted by white society. And they will bend over backwards to be the most vocal critic, the most aggressive anti-black person. And part of the game is to make it so that as long as they don't say I hate NIGGERS, as long as they don't say I don't want black people in my neighborhood, as long as they don't say those kind of phrases, anything goes. Anything goes. So the game is, how well do I articulate my excuses for my racist hate? How well do I come up with redirections? Let me redirect the conversation away from what I'm doing and try to accuse you of doing something. Instead of us talking about the police brutality, Fox News, let's talk about how evil BLM is. Let's make it look like we're Christians and we're trying to stop an anti-Christian socialist plot. And that's all it is. Remember, so-called Christians, how Jesus hates lukewarm? Lukewarm is your indifference towards the police brutality. Lukewarm is your, you give the comment, you give the lip service. You say, oh, of course I'm against police brutality. I would never support such a thing. Oh, now I said that, got that out the way. Let's get back to my conversation. I want to talk about how much and how bad Black Lives Matter is. Oh, no. We're done talking about police brutality. I already said I'm against it. I don't think that there's a problem. It doesn't matter if you've got thousands of videos. It doesn't matter. We don't believe any of the, unless it's caught on tape. The black person that complains about police brutality is lying.